What's up, everybody? My name is Tim Roswick, and today we're talking about why you should gamify your life. What is gamification? How can it apply to your life? And what can you get out of it? That's what we're going to be talking about today in this wonderful video. Now, before we start, I want to say that gamification is something that I have been studying for a very long time. It is basically taking anything in regular life, in business, in any facet of life that's outside of games, and applying game thinking or game terminology to it to spruce things up, make it a little more fun, make them a little more engaging, make them a little more interesting. And it's something that I've used for myself to motivate get out of bed in the morning and get shit done and make shit happen. I have used it to help motivate the people that work for me or work with me in various ways. When I had a team, we would gamify the way that bonuses worked and things like that. Um, I also used it with contractors to great avail. Like we would have a little bit of fun. It depended on the contractor, though. Not all contractors are on board for that kind of thing. We're like, Tim, you're a weirdo. I just want to do work. I don't want to play a video game or whatever. And I've used it in my own personal life. In various stages. I even with my girlfriend at the time, we did different things where she could earn points and do weird stuff for whatever we had taken out to dinner or whatever she wanted my time with. We could do stuff with. So I've experimented with gamification a lot, and the reason why I like it is I think it is really, really powerful, both from a motivation standpoint, but also from like a dopamine standpoint, like a reward center base of your brain. There's something that happens in an RPG when you find the golden chest, right? And you open it and you don't know what's in it. Um, there is something really powerful about that, and the progression system of video games, right? Like life doesn't say, "Hey, boom, you leveled up," and the big notification doesn't pop up in front of your head. That's not what happens, and that's why when you're depressed or you're down on yourself or whatever, playing an RPG or a game that has a very clear goal, a very clear progression system, and something like random rewards can be very, very rewarding for your brain because it's like super clear on what you're supposed to do, and you can get better and better and better and watch a number go up and watch a progress bar fill, and it's exciting. And if you can apply that same stuff to your life or your business, it can make mundane tasks a little more fun, or it can make people a little more motivated. So uh, let's talk a little bit about how I've applied gamification to my life, and then like how you can do it too. So uh, one of the things that I did early on, and I've talked about this in a couple of videos, I believe. I've made so many videos I can't keep track anymore, honestly. 470 some videos on the channel. But there's a video out there somewhere where I talk about it. And what I did was I was having trouble getting things done. And like I remember there are certain periods in my life where just, stuff happens and I'm not the happiest person, and I want to go do things like see movies, right? I love going to see movies alone at a theater. A lot of people think that's weird. I don't think it's weird. I think it's the best kind of thing to see a movie alone because you can just go and enjoy the movie. And I like to go on a Tuesday afternoon or something when nobody's in the theater, and I like to be in a theater all alone and like just watch the movie all by myself. And it's just I would end up doing that a lot, right? Like, and I would notice that like sometimes that kind of thing would take place over my work. Like I would just be like, oh, I don't feel good today. I'm just gonna go see a movie, or I don't feel good today. I'm just gonna play video games, or whatever. And like I would just do that stuff. So what I started having to do, especially at the low points in my life when I was having a lot of trouble, just like sitting down. Maybe it was burnout. Maybe it was whatever. But it was a lack of motivation for sure. I was like, okay, well, what if I get three things done, right? Like, what if I get three things done? I can cross them off my list, and then I can go see a movie, and that's cool. And a lot of times that would work for me. Like, okay, I'm gonna go see the movie at like 7 o'clock, and then I gotta work until from 5 until 7 or whatever. And that did two things. One, it would kind of help me earn a reward in a way. So like there's a little bit of gamification there. But two, what it did for me without knowing was a little bit of Pomodoro. And if you don't know what Pomodoro technique is, Basically, it's where you set up a timer and you do like work sprints. So you don't work the whole day, but you might work 4 hours, 4 timed hours, where you have a countdown clock and you're getting as much done as you can for the hour. That really activates human body. I don't know why. It seems to work really, really well. But the movie for me was a great thing that kind of activated the Pomodoro intrinsically, because like I couldn't be late for the movie, right? So like I had to get the shit done, and I would just pull productivity out of my ass plenty of times, and it worked great. So that was the start of it, and then it kind of adapted. Well, okay, what if I assign points to tasks based on their complexity level, right? So like the ones that take longer, I earn more points. The ones that don't take as long, they don't earn points, because I noticed I would start to cheat myself. I'd be like, hey, I can only do 3 things, but like, what if one of those things is like, it's gonna take me 10 minutes? Then I can just like, cheat the system there, because I designed the system, so why can't I cheat the system, if you know what I'm saying? So I designed the point system. Like, okay, I can assign points based on complexity and time it's going to take to build these projects. And then I could cash in the points for a reward. And then I added the psychology of random rewards on there as well. I added loot boxes to my gamification system. And basically what I did is I wrote a quick program to make a random number, and then I had a database of assigned IDs, and then it would just pick a random ID that I would get. So I could buy a loot box with my points that I earned from my tasks, and then it would give me a random reward. And it was cool. And one of the ways that I did this too, because I started to notice psychologically that like, why am I earning a movie if I still got to pay for the movie and stuff like that? So I would actually go out and I would buy gift cards. Okay, I know this is getting crazy complex here, but hear me out. I would buy gift cards for movies. I would buy gift cards for like Amazon, random shit like that. And then those would be part of the random rewards that I would pull out of the system. So that seemed to work really, really well for me. And I stuck with that for a very long time. I still occasionally do it. But right now I have a basic system, which is just kind of like, these are the things I want to do. These are the things I want to get done. If I can get these things done, I can do it. And I don't think I definitely necessarily move past the gamification. I still think it works. I still think it's super effective. It's just that like I'm doing a lot of different stuff right now, so I'm not sure it's the right system for me. But I wanted to share that because I wanted to share with you, maybe that's a system that you can use. Maybe there are similar systems. I know a lot of us have our own little ways to hack ourselves into productivity. I know everybody that I've talked to has some weird little thing that they do to be productive, but I like gamification because that same kind of system, right? It's just points. You could also add like leaderboards and stuff like that. Like the more people you get involved with, the more you can integrate stuff like this, and you can really build something awesome. You can build games into systems like your productivity or like your business or like your motivation, right? You can make shit happen. And I think it's really undervalued, in especially, we're game designers, right? A lot of us are game developers. Why not develop a game that helps us interact with life, right? And if you can do that, I think it's great. Now, I would love to see what your thoughts are. I would love to hear about your ideas, your concepts, maybe something you did to kind of gamify life. Gamification is something that I'm working on for Game Dev Underground, because I want to build something that helps us all be a little more productive and get a little more done, or maybe meet more people, right? Maybe us introverted, maybe just get stuff done. And I wanna build something that supports that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I would love it if you would leave your ideas and the things that you do to hack yourself into productivity and your gamification ideas and all that stuff down below. I will read every single comment and I will respond as much as I can. Once again, my name is Tim Roswick, and I will see you again tomorrow.